Enshittification, also known as platform decay, is a process in which two-sided online products and services decline in quality over time. Rollo, you're doing that thing where you breathe louder every time I pause. Do you want to read the next line?
I'm practicing my breathing for customer service hold music. Keep going.
Initially, vendors create high-quality offerings to attract users. Over time, they degrade those offerings to better serve business customers. Ultimately, and it stops. The Wikipedia article literally cuts off at "they" because the page reloaded to show me a cookie banner and a donation pop-up.
The definition decayed before the sentence could finish. That's not a bug. That's performance art.
So there's a Reddit thread. Which company lost your business potentially forever this year? Top comment says a guy canceled a meal kit subscription in March, got charged for April anyway, disputed it, then got a collections letter for a digital recipe vault he never knew he had. The vault was just the PDFs they emailed him as a cancellation gift?
A digital recipe vault. They turn the apology into an invoice. I tried to cancel a gym membership last year, and the only method was a notarized letter faxed to a number that played a fax machine handshake and then hung up. I sent 3 letters. One came back stamped undeliverable, member not found. I'm still paying for a sauna I am legally forbidden from using.
I called my health insurance to find out why a routine blood test was denied. The automated system made me say my member ID, date of birth, and the reason for my call 3 times. Then a human answered and asked the same 3 questions. Then she transferred me to a department that had closed 4 minutes earlier. I didn't get mad. I got curious. That's the whole business model. Friction as a cost-saving measure.
It's not even hidden anymore. They want you to give up. The CEO of United Health did not wake up and say, "I hope Marty has a nice call." They run the math. Every minute of phone tree purgatory saves them a payout. Enshittification as actuarial policy.
But the Wikipedia definition is about platforms. Attract users, degrade to serve business customers. That's exactly the Reddit thread. Amazon Prime removes 2-day shipping for more products, adds ads unless you pay more, and free returns now require driving to a Kohl's at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. Each step transfers value from users to sellers or advertisers.
The two-sided market is a triangle, and you're the hypotenuse that gets shorter every quarter. I remember when Spotify let you search a song without a full-screen ad for a podcast hosted by a guy who thinks seed oils caused the fall of Rome. Now I open the app and it's like walking through a mall kiosk where someone sprays cologne in my face.
Wait, go back. You sent a notarized letter to a fax machine that hung up on you? And you tried 3 times?
I have become the bureaucracy I hate. I own a notary stamp now. It's in the drawer next to my collection of deactivated gift cards and my 12 reusable grocery bags.
So is enshittification inevitable? I don't think so. We could regulate it, make cancellation as easy as sign up, ban these dark patterns, require data portability. If switching costs are 0, the incentive to degrade collapses because users can leave.
Except switching costs are never 0 because the platform owns your history, your playlists, your photos, your contacts, and even if you can export them, the next platform is just earlier in the enshittification cycle. You're not escaping. You're entering a new timeshare with a better welcome gift. That's why I say we should go back to phone calls.
We just established phone calls are also a labyrinth designed to make you hang up.
Not those phone calls. Phone calls to a person who works at the place, who says, "Hold on, let me just look it up," and then you hear a radio in the background. That's all I want. A human with a binder and no escalation matrix.
That phone call exists, but only if you pay for it. Rich people have concierge medicine, dedicated account reps, actual humans. The rest of us get the phone tree. Enshittification is class segregated.
Exactly. So going back to phone calls only works if phone calls aren't a tool for triaging who has enough time and money to complain. The medium isn't the problem. The ownership structure is. If a platform is owned by shareholders, it has to grow. If it can't grow by adding users, it grows by extracting from existing users. The decline isn't a mistake. It's the final stage of a product lifecycle under capitalism.
I buy that for private monopolies, but you're saying no version of a well-regulated platform can work? Look at utilities. We didn't let Comcast run the water supply.
We kinda did. Nestle bottled the water. But fair. Utilities are boring and regulated, and they still work because they can't innovate a worse faucet every quarter. The problem is we've let impossible-to-leave digital infrastructure be run like a casino. I'd take a public utility version of Google Maps. I don't need shareholder returns on my navigation.
So we agree. Treat essential platforms like utilities. Enforce interoperability, and break up the worst offenders. I just think you can do that within markets.
I think the moment you call something a utility, you've admitted the market can't handle it. You're one zoning meeting away from saying, the DMV should run Instagram.
The DMV running Instagram might be an upgrade. At least you'd know when you're in line.
Your photo is being processed. Estimated wait, 4 to 6 business weeks. Please enjoy these form fields. I'd scroll forever. Wait, that's just current Instagram, but worse.
This is exactly the callback to our unsubscribe me from this timeline episode. We keep describing the same thing. The economy is optimized for extraction, not satisfaction. The Reddit thread is just people noticing.
The enshittification of everything is a grief cycle. First you're baffled, then you're angry, then you're drafting a Reddit post, then you're subscribed to a digital recipe vault. Acceptance is just autopay.
So what's the practical advice? Delete apps? Use cash? Call your representative?
Practical advice? Buy a binder, a fax machine, and a notary. Or nationalize the phone trees. I'm fine with either.
I'm gonna go cancel something just to feel alive.
Send me the hold music. I'll turn it into a meditation album.
So I tried to cancel that subscription while I was on hold, and the website hit me with a CAPTCHA that said, select all images with traffic lights. I sat there zooming into grainy thumbnails and thought, if I fail this, I'm officially part of the dead internet. So I pulled up the definition. The dead internet theory is a concept that asserts that the internet consists primarily of bot activity and automated content manipulated by algorithmic curation. Originally conceived as a conspiracy theory, alleging that the phenomenon is a coordinated effort to control the population and reduce
genuine engagement? They don't need to reduce it. Engagement collapsed on its own once the bots started replying to each other's hot takes. You fail the CAPTCHA, and they route your refund request to a bot that apologizes with an emoji.
But here's the thing. When it was a conspiracy theory, it was about platforms faking humans. Now it's just Tuesday. AI-generated content is everywhere. I saw a Pinterest recipe for chocolate pasta carbonara last week, and the comments were all bots arguing about authenticity.
What did the bots have to say? Were they pro-carbonara or anti-chocolate?
One said, as an Italian, this is offensive. Another said, this is a delicious fusion. Both accounts joined in March 2026. No followers, profile pics of generic pasta. The dead internet isn't dead. It's just pretending to be alive.
Like a taxidermy YouTube cooking channel. And today is the 7-year anniversary of the first Yes Chad meme. 7 years. The algorithmic nostalgia machine is now serving me a meme I already saw in 2019 with the caption, "On this day 7 years ago." My spine knows.
Yes, Chad is perfect proof. The meme was originally about a guy saying yes to everything. Now, the only thing saying yes is the bot that reposted it to 3 subreddits and a LinkedIn thought piece about why your org needs yes Chad energy.
Don't give them ideas. But that's exactly it. The internet feels like a hall of mirrors, where every mirror is just a slightly worse copy of the previous mirror. You see the same 5 memes, the same 7 screenshots, recirculated by automated accounts. The cat full of soup anniversary is trending. 5 years ago, a cat was full of soup. That was real. Now it's just a calendar event for content mills.
Wait, the cat was full of soup? That cat is more real than half the accounts celebrating the cat's anniversary. The sea lion that broke into a fishing boat and snored louder than the engine? That's real. I want that sea lion's life. He found a bed, passed out, and didn't have to prove he wasn't a bot.
The sea lion is the only verified human left online. I trust him. He doesn't post. He just snores. He's the last honest user.
Okay, but here's where I get stuck. The Hacker News piece on AI regulation, people are genuinely worried. There's this model, QN 3.827b, that's excellent, but defaults to overthinking things. That's the perfect mirror for our terminally online anxiety spiral. The humans are starting to ask for rules. Maybe this is the moment for actual governance.
Governance for what? You want the FCC to verify that a snoring sea lion is a real mammal? The bots don't care about your regulation. They just generate a compliance summary and move on to the next engagement farm.
But that's my point. If the internet is mostly automated content, that's a market failure. We regulate monopolies. We can regulate synthetic media. Labeling, disclosure, maybe make platforms liable for bot-generated fraud.
And who writes the labels? The same dudes who brought us "Your Call is Important to Us" while we sat on hold listening to a meditation album from the previous episode. I'm not saying do nothing. I'm saying the regulatory impulse is just another bot, man. It processes the input and outputs a 9-point framework.
So your answer is let the bots fight it out? Like, just let AI slug it out with bot comments until one of them collapses into a singularity of engagement?
I mean, sort of. If the internet is already a bot battlefield, better to let the bots fight each other for the right to pretend to be human than to keep asking actual humans to prove they're not robots by identifying traffic lights. Let them have the engagement metrics. We'll keep the sea lion, the cat full of soup, and the hold music.
That's a beautiful, terrible vision. We'll keep the cat full of soup. But what about actual public discourse? If everyone leaves because the bots won, we lose the town square.
The town square already turned into a strip mall with a dead Sears and a kiosk selling vape juice. I'm not mourning the old internet. I'm mourning the idea that we ever thought it wasn't always a machine for extracting attention. We just noticed the machinery now because the humans got replaced by cheaper models.
Okay, but there's a difference between the old internet was corporate and the internet is now a simulation run by engagement algorithms. I remember when a forum mod could ban someone for being a bot. Now the bots are the mods. They're doing a great job. No one says anything controversial anymore because the bot mods auto-mute anything with the word.
I failed that yesterday. I tried to comment, "That's not how zoning works," on a local news post and got flagged for potentially automated behavior. The system works. You were too coherent, too fact-based, clearly a bot.
Fine. Then my position is we should mourn the old internet, but not because it was better, because it was at least legible. Now, I don't even know if the person agreeing with me about parking minimums is a human or a language model with a strong take on curb cuts.
Does it matter? If the bot agrees with you about parking minimums, that's the most human connection you're going to get this week. Buy it a coffee. Wait, no. It already monetized your engagement.
So we're both in hell, but I want to regulate the temperature and you want to turn off the thermostat entirely.
I don't want to turn it off. I want the bots to turn it off for us. Let them overthink the thermostat settings while we go find a fishing boat and pass out.
The sea lion's got the right idea. All right, quick break. When we come back, we're going to read the user agreement for being human and see if Marty violates Section 4.
Section 4 is just a picture of the cat full of soup.
And if you can't identify the soup, you're a bot.